Marine reacts to the Astartes series, episodes 1 through 5, by the YouTube channel Astartes. As always, I'm going to be leaving a link to the original videos and channel down in the description below, so go ahead and make sure that you check them out. I'm really hoping I said Astartes or Astartes right. It's kind of a hard word to pronounce just because the way it's spelled. I mean, that's just me though. So real quick, taking a little break from the SCP videos just for one day to kind of get a fresh look on something else. And I've heard that this is related to the Warhammer 40k series, and this is supposed to be like an animation about it. I really don't know a whole lot about it. All I know is that there's these guys that wear this big type of armor, and I don't know exactly. I mean, I would assume that they're going to be the good guys. I think they're human, and it deals with space. That's pretty much all I know as far as the background. So I wanted to get a fresh look at this, and if these videos say intrigue me to try to find out more about it, I might do a couple more videos maybe on the lore. That way I can kind of get a better background, better understanding of just this whole series in general. But before we get into the actual video, don't forget to like, subscribe. It really does help me out a lot. Hit that notification bell right there, that way you get notified every time I do upload. Sometimes I upload twice a day, typically working on them in the mornings and then releasing them in the late afternoon to late evening. That way when you all get off work, you can enjoy these videos at your leisure. So without further ado, let's go ahead and see what Astartes series is all about. Alright, so they're pursuing a rebellion. So, I mean, then again, I'm assuming that these big armored dudes are going to be the good guys. But I don't know, the rebellion might be the good guys, and these guys might belong to a certain big type of government power that is oppressing people. But then again, I don't know. So, dude, this looks like a movie. Like these people right here, I legit thought were real people. But I mean, just because I know prior that it is animated, that's an insane amount of detail. Oh my god, look at this. Even like the piping, the shading, the light. Huh. That kind of looked like a religious symbol, the thing that he was holding. So I feel like maybe religion plays a part of it. When they were sitting down right now, holy dude, these guys are mad. I thought the people from Gears of War were huge, but these people are like at least twice the size. Alright, so we just saw part 1. I don't know how these people did it, but I mean, even though these videos are short, the insane amount of detail and work that went into just the first video alone, which is 50 seconds. The amount of time that takes. And the fact that it looks so real. And I like the whole thing with the actual, when they were stepping down to go into like the kind of craft that they were going into. You could actually like see the camera also move, and you really feel the impact of when they're stepping. And also, these guys look terrified. So, let's go ahead and see what part 2 is going to show. Okay. First of all, not just explaining. I can't even describe like how epic. They just go in. They seem very robotic in their movements. I mean, obviously, I don't think they're robot. I mean, they're not robots. And I'm like, oh, I think it would be safe to assume that there's no cybernetics. I think. I don't know. But when they just came in, and this guy's coming in with the pistol, like he owns the ship, and I don't know. There's, and then obviously from my military standpoint, I don't think I can really convey too much because these guys have a lot of armor. I don't think the other guys' weapons are going to be able to hit through that armor, so they could be a lot more aggressive. So I don't think, at least conventional tactics that I know of, would really translate in this scenario very well. Dude, alright, part 3. But before that, I can't get over just the way this looks and the way it's presented. Like, this is something I would donate money to see it become a full feature-length movie. But real quick, I mean, I saw insane accuracy. They seem very calm. Obviously, I'd be calm too. Is hey, you're in a big, souped-up Iron Man type looking suit, right? And they're very just going through it. It honestly to them is like a regular day in a sense. But let's go ahead and see what part 3 is about. This looks like some kind of vault. Maybe they're protecting or trying to get into, or maybe stole and have it on the ship. And I guess you would call them, I don't know what to call the guys in the suits. Like, do I just call them Astartes? I've heard the term Space Marine, but I'm not really sure if that's the correct wording in this universe for them. But I'm assuming that they're trying to get this back, or this is something that both groups are going after. And obviously they have it, so guys in the suits are trying to get it. Did he just take that shot in the face? Either way, they're going through this like nothing, man. Like butter. It's insane. I am curious on another note, how are they able to move in this armor? Is it just insanely light? Is it somehow, I've heard this used before in other shows and animes and everything where if they have a suit on, it's remotely connected. I mean, it's in Halo 2, I believe, right? Where the suit is like connected into something with the cerebral. I think I said that wrong. But so when you're thinking of a movement, your suit is actually moving along with you, or armor in this case, right? So I'm assuming that might be it, or maybe these guys are just incredibly strong because maybe some enhancements. But I don't know. I've just been thinking about that for a little bit now, as far as them being able to be so agile in those armor. Obviously, friendly fire. Damn, I don't know. These rebellion guys definitely don't seem like good guys now. So I feel like I can rule that out. But dude, this armor can even take that. It looks like it could be artillery, just because the way the actual gun is shaped. But I mean, I don't know. So part 3, I'm just really starting to take an interest in this guy who we see with the pistol. I'm assuming he's going to be like a higher rank because he seems like the guy really in charge. I don't know if this is supposed to be someone that you're supposed to play in the actual games. Like some kind of... And it's supposed to be kind of like your avatar, you know? But he's really... He's doing a good job. He's doing a very good job. Real quick also, so like you see the way he's shooting here, right? Instead of just shooting, see, this is one thing I can relate to somewhat, given the scenario, is when you're shooting, if you have a chance to have a stable form of cover, kind of like in Call of Duty, right? Modern Warfare, you can actually mount in the game, but also in real life people actually do use like railings or some form of wall to actually like rest your gun. Mainly just like obviously for stability and accuracy, or sometimes say if you're like standing post or something, like you're watching a specific avenue that you don't know how long you might be there just watching it, so holding your gun up eventually would get your arms tired, so you want to have it resting on something so that doesn't happen. So that's like one thing I can relate so far. Wait, before he gets to them, holy shit. Dude, you could feel the presence of him sprinting. And I also like the fact that they're coming at him from like different angles. Top, below. Oh my god, the running. Real quick, I'm curious as to why he was running actually towards them, because you're going to go into the line of fire, and he dropped the gun. I mean, obviously, right? It's very hard to relate like time right now to right here, obviously, because it's a game and it's like a whole different type of universe. But obviously, I would never drop a gun. Just holster it if they can, but I don't know why he was getting so close, especially when these people seem to have telekinetic abilities. But, yeah, just my thought on that. Alright, so part 4 was pretty intense. I love the running scene. I honestly cannot describe just how real it felt, the amount of detail. I'm starting to notice as well. I didn't mention during the last video, but I saw that the amount of detail as far as like you can actually see them pulling the trigger, right? and you can actually see. I don't. The part of his eye turning red. I'm assuming that's something in the armor that, like, obviously maybe lets him zoom in, see infrared, whatnot, whatever. But it seemed like that was part of his eye. So I don't know. I just kind of saw that. Didn't really. It just kind of stuck out to me. But go ahead, part 5, last one. Let's go ahead and see. There's a lot of. I saw some essence burning on the left side, but there's a lot of papers here. It kind of seems odd. Maybe scriptures, depending on what the guy from the very first one had. He had like a little. It seemed like a religious symbol. I don't know, this is me just overthinking again, but these guys don't seem cautious at the very least. I understand that they're in armor and everything, but this thing is physically pushing them back. Telepathically, I think. But I don't know if they know what this is or what it's capable of. It seemed like it was talking, and they're just kind of walking up to it. I mean, yeah, they have guns there. Like, you can see them, but they're like pointing down. They're not pointing at it just in case it tries something. But they seem very casual as far as in the way that they're approaching this. But, you know, it's just me. Jesus Christ. Holy shit. Is that like... Is that only something that the guy on the ground saw? Or is it something that those two guys saw as well? And it seemed like a premonition of what is going to happen? I don't know if that was the same guy, but he had his pistol again, even though he dropped it. Or, you know, he may have picked it up. So. Maybe cybernetic a little bit? Just seeing from right here. Also, he doesn't seem to be feeling that missing hand. Huh. Hold the phone. Let me rewind that a little bit. Dude, this shot alone. Oh my god. Dude, like, just... This isn't even, like, about what's actually going on, but just look at literally all this detail. Oh my god. Alright, let's talk about that for a minute. Real quick, right off the bat, I know... Oh wait, I'm assuming that I know that this isn't canon in the actual story. Because, I mean, this is fan-made, right? And probably everything in here doesn't really happen in the story, but nonetheless, literally loved it from, like, literally start to finish. I like the build-up. I like the intense action scenes. The fact that they're able to get this animation, I just like it's honestly so hard to describe how good this looks. I mean, obviously there's so many questions, and obviously I can't get them all in this one video. But it's like, who was that dude that looked like he was praying? Who were those two guys who had the telekinesis? What do we know about this rebellion? What do we know about the, you know what? I'm just say Space Marines, because I remember hearing that term before in relation to Warhammer, or just seeing people who similarly look like it. But I mean, if I'm wrong, let me know. Let me know down in the comments below if I'm wrong, because I really don't want to be wrong about this, just because I feel like this is something that's really loved by a lot of people, and I'm always trying to get a fresh 100%, no background information, to try to get just a fresh look and have initial thoughts. And then on my own time, I typically go back and try to see, okay, well, what was this part here? Was this part here, or the names of this group, name of that person, and so on and so forth. So if you do know, or just know a website in general that can like explain some of this, link that down in the comments below, and I'll go ahead and check it out. But bottom line, loved it. Really do go to this channel and check them out. That's gonna go ahead and be it for this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Really does help me out a lot. Hit the dislike button if you didn't like this video. It really helps me improve the channel. If you're curious to see what videos are coming up next, just hit the description down below. I'm gonna have the next 5 videos there in a little list, from top to bottom. That's gonna be how I view them. But until then, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.